Hello buddies, welcome back to another recap. In this video, we were going to recap the series named The 8 Show, which was the latest release show in Netflix. So if you're interested, then like the video and also comments your opinion. And you are watching King's Recap, so don't forget to subscribe. So no more talks, let's dive into it. The story starts with Tae-seok, a man in debt. He's trying to escape some loan sharks he owes money to. Back home, a friend convinces him to invest in stocks, claiming it's the key to getting rich. Seok takes out a home and land loan to invest, only to realize it's a scam. After 2 miserable months, he's on the verge of suicide. Suddenly, he gets a mysterious text message on his phone. With every message, he receives more money. He's then invited to a game, but instead of paying, a luxury car picks him up and takes him to an unknown location. There, he finds instructions for a game. The game ends when time runs out or a player dies. Tae-seok, realizing people can die, wants to leave with a small amount of money. But another message arrives, reminding him of his ruined life and suicidal thoughts. He reluctantly picks a playing card No. 3 from a table, entering the game room. He finds himself in a building with 8 floors. Choosing the 3rd floor, he enters his room and reads the rule book. He changes clothes, following the instructions, and receives $30,000. Every minute he stays, he gets another $30,000. He realizes the rules and that his room is basically empty. Anything he needs, he can order by phone, with the cost deducted from his balance. He even orders cheap paper as a blanket to sleep on that night. For saving money, because all items are 100 times costly in that room. Next morning, Tae-seok meets the other 7 players. They decide not to use real names, instead calling each other by their floor numbers. 3rd floor, 8th floor, etc. They discover everything is fake, from the furniture to the food. There are no bathrooms either. They need to spend money to buy supplies and other stuff. Outside their rooms, they can use game time to buy same things, but in their rooms, it's cheaper than their rooms to use money. They come up with a plan to buy buckets and create makeshift toilets. With their rooming game time, hunger sets in, and they discuss ordering food. The 8th floor person announces she already ate. Everyone is shocked. They started blaming her for not mentioning food needs to be delivered separately. The 7th floor person asks that food is for all, not only for you, so you must share some food, and they all want to see the 8th floor's room. The 8th floor person readily agrees. They enter the room, completely stunned. It's way more luxurious than the others. Even more shocking, the 8th floor's money increases by $100,000 per minute. Everyone realizes the higher the floor, the more money you earn. They can't help but feel the 8th floor person is incredibly lucky. Everyone becomes envious of the 8th floor's luck. But the 6th floor points out they all chose their cards, so jealousy won't help. The 7th floor, showing some smarts, devises a plan to share food equally. Everyone picks a food package, and with 12 total packages and 4 people on the 1st floor, everyone gets at least one. The 2nd floor notices the 8th floor buying a lot of clothes with game time. They rush over to warn her not to waste time on clothes, but the 8th floor argues she needs something to wear outside the room. With time running out, everyone gets frustrated. But the 8th floor reveals she knows how to increase game time. If only the 2nd floor apologizes. Everyone quickly apologizes, and the 8th floor explains she discovered climbing the stairs adds time. They all start climbing frantically, and just as their time seems to be up, they get another 24 hours. Overjoyed, they make climbing stairs a daily routine to extend their game time. Days of hard work lead to exhaustion and hunger. They split into 2 teams, A and B. Team A works while Team B relaxes, with the hard workers getting extra food. However, the 1st floor member on Team B suffers from leg pain, hindering their team's ability to earn more time. The 6th floor treats the 1st floor member harshly, but Team A steps in and works extra hard to make up for it. The constant work and lack of food take their toll. The 3rd floor member becomes so tired they can barely move. The 1st floor proposes a solution. If someone can't climb the stairs, they can clean everyone's rooms and take all the unwanted items. With Team B weakened, their time starts to dwindle. Suddenly, the 4th floor member suffers a stroke and collapses. Everyone scrambles to order medicine, but the 6th floor intervenes, claiming medicine use will end the game, because they have only a few amount of time. This sparks a fight between them. 8th floor observes something interesting. The time increased more than usual. 7th floor, putting the pieces together, realizes climbing stairs wasn't the key to getting more time. It was entertainment. The more the audience, the game makers, are entertained, the longer the game lasts. With climbing stairs off the table, they brainstorm ways to entertain the audience. They decide on a talent show. The 7th floor displays their talent for nose whistling. The 5th floor sings. The 6th and 2nd floors show off their strength. The 4th floor's singing is awful. The 3rd floor's attempt at dancing ends up being comedic, and the 1st floor puts on a clown show. Finally, the 8th floor, known for her expertise in, well, let's just say adult entertainment, offers her skills. She invites the 7th floor to join, but he politely declines. The 6th floor, however, readily accepts. This act earns the 8th floor the most game time increase. They literally shocked that 8th floor is really expert. 1st floor complains his room is overflowing with waste, making sleep impossible. Everyone agrees they need a new room for a bathroom. They vote on who gets eliminated from their rooms based on their low talent show scores. After a tricky voting system wins 8th floor, the 8th floor wins this dubious honor due to her spacious room. She agrees, but when the 4th floor asks for the key, she refuses, claims they aren't equals, and throws shade at their low scores before leaving. The others yell in frustration, and the 2nd floor helps the 1st floor clean their waste. Another problem arises at night. The 8th floor sends down an empty food package. Starving for 2 days, tensions rise. The 6th floor blames the 4th floor for the lack of food. The 8th floor then reappears, holding food packages, and offers a deal. Apologize for the voting, and she'll share the food. The 2nd floor is ready to quit the game, but the 1st floor begs them to stay. He reveals he's made $1 billion, and the 3rd floor agrees to take all the waste into their room. Remember their abysmal talent show. The 4th floor tries to negotiate, taking half the waste. Before they can apologize to the 8th floor, the 7th floor intervenes. He takes the 8th floor aside, apologizing for the voting trick. In exchange for time, the 8th floor wants to buy new clothes. Everyone agrees, except the ever-frustrated 2nd floor. Finally, after 2 days of empty stomachs, they get a decent meal. With full bellies, they strategize ways to earn more time. They decide on a game where they pick balls. Whoever picks the ball with a K becomes king and can order everyone around. This leads to some wild and crazy commands: hand-holding, kissing, fighting, inappropriate touching, shocking, and slapping. One day, they realize Team A cheated, using glue on the balls and flipping a coin. Revenge is in the air, and when it's the 8th floor's turn, the 6th floor retaliates by beating up the 7th floor for planning to shock the 8th floor. The 5th floor treats the 7th floor for his injuries. Team B takes the 7th floor to their room and offers him a deal. Join them, and floors 1, 2, 3, and 5 will get a reward if they win 6 game hours. The reward? Coins they can use to buy food and water. The 1st and 2nd floors rush Team B, but end up getting zapped with an electric gun. New, twisted games begin to earn time. They play hide and seek, but with a twist. Certain body parts are off limits for hiding. Whoever gets caught gets beaten, and the winner gets to punish everyone else. There's another game where writing calculations on black paper is involved. If the sum goes over 9, no coins are awarded. Team A's life becomes a living nightmare. By the 45th day, they're desperate. They hatch a plan to overpower the strong 6th floor member. The 1st floor acts as bait, yelling for help. When Team B rushes over, Team A attacks the 6th floor, but gets beaten. Just as the 6th floor is about to shoot them, the 7th floor intervenes, hinting at a fight. Team A attacks again, this time with the 7th floor's tampered gun that doesn't fire bullets. They manage to tie up everyone in Team B except the 7th floor. The 1st floor unleashes all his pent-up frustration on the 6th floor. No one stops him. He deserves it. Everyone relocates to the luxurious 8th floor, enjoying food and freedom. But when they plan a celebratory drink, they need the 8th floor's money. She agrees. The 2nd floor offers the 1st floor $1 billion from his own earnings if they just focus on ending the game and leaving. Days pass, and the game time dwindles down to 9 hours. Freedom seems within reach. But wait, the time inexplicably jumps to another 2 days. They suspect someone is messing with the game. They check on the tied-up members, but everything seems fine on the surface. Then, the 3rd floor realizes something. The injuries might be hidden. They investigate further and discover the truth. The 6th floor has been secretly torturing by someone. The 4th floor's tooth is gone, and the 6th floor's toenail is blown off. Suspicion hangs heavy in the air. That night, the 2nd floor locks everyone in their rooms except for the kind-hearted 5th floor, who is left to care for the tied-up members. But the 5th floor is easily manipulated. The members pretend they can't eat or talk, and she frees them. The fifth floor's dream of a happy ending turns into a nightmare. After being freed, the tied-up members attack everyone again. The sixth floor, furious about his injured foot, grabs his gun and starts firing. He misses the second floor, but grazes the seventh floor's leg. Before he can shoot the third floor, they point out a security camera. They suggest buying footage to find the culprit and offer a hefty price. The sixth and eighth floors rush over, and the footage reveals the shocking truth. It was the first floor who tortured them. The first floor even urinated on the sixth floor's face. The sixth floor lunges at the first floor, but the eighth floor shoots him unconscious from behind. Now the leader, the eighth floor, ups the torture ante with the help of the fourth and fifth floors. The audience loves it, and the game time skyrockets. The eighth floor, reveling in her new power, starts painting, buying a puppy, and even playing golf in her room, her twisted way of experiencing what it feels like to be shot. The pressure becomes too much for the fourth floor. She forms a secret plan with the first floor. He reveals his heartbreaking reason for needing $1 billion. His daughter has cancer and was kicked out of the hospital for lack of funds. He works as a clown to make ends meet. The fourth floor understands and agrees to help him become the king, eighth floor, by giving him $1 billion. First floor already planned that he will change his room with eighth floor. For that he needs $1 billion. That's the reason to earn $1 billion. However, they need to free everyone first. They strategize. The eighth floor has a giant monitor that shows them constantly, except during her afternoon playtime and bath. That's their window of opportunity. They also need the fifth floor on their side. When the fifth floor arrives, the eighth floor refuses to play, but the fourth floor forces her. The fifth floor starts freeing everyone, but the eighth floor's puppy notices and alerts her. The eighth floor chases them and locks everyone in the sixth floor. The fourth floor knocks her unconscious from behind. With the eighth floor out of the way, they plan to switch rooms. Just as they're about to make a deal, the first floor's room change order receipt arrives, showing a $1 billion charge. He's lost all his money. Everyone decides to help him out, realizing they can't switch rooms. So the star, leaving their rooms, then first floor free fire and asking them to tide each other. And he get up in his clown suit and starts showing them a dangerous circus show. It's going more dangerous passing times, and the game times increase so high, then sets fire and jump into it. Third floor managed to free and start saving first floor. Tried more orders, ordered ambulance, but nothing that eighth floor get crazy, and third floor notice the game. Time it's get incredibly high. Third floor get furious. They tried opening the door, but nothing happened. Then third floor starts shooting all the cameras and destroy them all. After destroying the all cameras, audience had no choice but end the game. They are finally free. Days later, the third floor, Tae-seok, is still traumatized. He decides to honor the first floor's sacrifice by holding a proper funeral and assembling large banners. They discuss the fates of the others. The eighth floor got arrested for destroying an art gallery with a crane. The sixth floor sent flowers to the first floor's funeral, and the seventh floor simply vanished. That's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more content like this and leave a like if you liked this video.